Hello, class. So, as we approach the end of the semester, let's hear about the takeaways. So, here are mine. So, question number one: what are your takeaways from the class? Well, the first takeaway for me is that ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, is a thing because before this class, I had absolutely no idea that this was even a thing. So, ACEs are a thing, and they're important, and they exist. That's the first one. Also, that aces come can come from anyone and at any time. So it could come from babyhood experiences to teenage experiences. They could come from neglectful parents, from caring parents, from abusive parents, or from having no parents at all. And they come in all shapes and sizes, whether sexual violence, physical violence, divorce, incarceration, mental illness, you name it. Uh, there's many things that could become an adverse childhood experience. So these are my main takeaways. Um, Now, what thoughts or questions are still up for you? Well, I guess the same ones that I talked about last week. What about physical illness in the child or mental illness in the child? What about obesity, which usually comes from obese parents? What about exposure to inadequate content online? Now the kids are wired more than their parents, and yeah, who knows what they're seeing on the internet? I talked to you about the Elsa Gate. Who knows what other filth is going to their minds right now that is going to have an effect later on? The other question was, how do we navigate the diet of determinism? Um, like, for example, oh, dude, I'm sorry, you have six aces. You have 20 years less of life expectancy. How can we convey this? And also, what do we do to mitigate or remediate? Because from what I understand, this is not a life sentence. Just the probabilities increase, but we can treat this. But the third question is, what gives you hope about the future of adverse childhood community climate experiences? Well, the first thing that gives me hope is that we're actually talking about it. Um, because as I told you before this class, I had no idea that this was even a thing. And it also made me think about my own childhood and what adversity could have that makes me the person that I am today. The second thing that gives me hope is that it's being implemented in decision making, as we read in the last reading materials. Policies are being made taking this into account. And also, what gives me hope is that there are people questioning how they're being implemented and they're questioning how the studies are being done, which means there is an active discussion happening right now. Um, what doesn't give me that much hope yet is that, as I tell you, I've never heard about this before going into this very specialized class in a psychology university. So I guess that's our responsibility now to, now that we know this information, we know um, the correlation and we know the happens and we know the critiques. Now it's up to us to spread the word and try to make our own communities better, little by little. All right, class, thank you for listening, and I hope you have nice and happy vacations after all this period of work, after these 2 years of very intense stress and anxiety inducing semesters. So, congratulations and good luck in life. Bye.